The three biggest things that art school taught me. Art school was great for kind of laying the foundation. Things that you did like in kindergarten, like mixing your CMYK RGB colors and seeing what colors came from that. We did like a huge reminder, which was really fun. It just kind of reintroduced you to the foundations of color. In this world, the amount of color that we look at on a daily basis, how we're different shades, like we have 3 different shades of blue in for next year, and we have 2 different shades of navy and 3 different shades of periwinkle blue. So it's like we have all these different shades, and it's really fun to understand how we edit and alter those colors and how they work against different skin types. I loved that, and it really helped with walking into this profession, not only with the clothing, but also when I print a catalog and how color kind of transfers onto paper. The second thing that I learned, I went to school for interior architecture. We talked a lot about the balancing of a room, and I actually think that really pertains to women's different body types and how you dress for your body type and really balancing it out. Me, for example, I'm a pretty curvy person. I've got broad shoulders, I've got curvy hips, I've got an ass, and I really like to dress like shoulder pads and high-waisted fitted that kind of come out at the bottom a little bit open. So then I have this kind of balancing act from my shoulders to my waist to my bottom, and it really makes me feel like the best version of myself. And really learning about that and understanding that is important when we go into designing pieces like a jumpsuit, for example. I love thinking about space in the clothing on the women's body. Like, it's a really interesting thing to think about, and my tech designer Jamie does it really, really well. Lastly, my favorite part about art school was really learning how to allow yourself to get really messy. And for me, a lot of the beauty comes out when I'm like kind of all over the place. Like, there's almost like a method to the madness, but I love leaning into your gut and really trusting it and then getting messy with it and then seeing what kind of comes out on the other side. A lot of creatives identify with this process. You kind of throw everything down and then you like pick away and then you play over here and then you move that over here. And so it's this very like fluid, messy, fun process. And then what comes out of it is like this very clean, beautiful presentation. And I love watching my designers work that way. And everyone has a different version of that process, but I love it. It's such a beautiful process, and I understand it. And I want my creative team to always lean in and get messy, because that's where you get the beauty.